Hey, what's going down, Dude Brown? How are you all doing? In today's video, we're going to take a look at a bunch of fan modes consisting of Airwave. It is going to be a celebration of the Airwave mold, including Overair and also Hothouse as well. In total, I have 3 Airwaves, 2 Overairs, and those are the guys, 3 Airwaves, 2 Overairs from the Bottrop set, and 2 Hothouses, so there should be 7 present over here. Yes? Yeah, there are 7 present. So cool. Let's take a look at the first one, and this is actually a remix of a build that an Instagram user by the name of Tiango sent me. He combined Skullgrin and Airwave, and I thought it was really, really cool. And I didn't have an Airwave per se lying around in terms of parts, but I did have a Hothouse, and so I merged them together. And dude, that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, I know the legs are kind of swinging down like this, but when he stands, it's not an issue. Utilizing this in an unconventional way where it's not necessarily symmetric, but functionally it's serving great. I love the knee armor kind of like lifting up, and he has kind of like hunch look, and very, very cool, like Doom-esque build. A lot of versatility in Airwave and a lot of like chunky bits as well. Initially, when I started working with him, I bemoaned the fact that that there was the asymmetry in the arms, and I thought it was just very strange. And I didn't like how chunky he was, like compared to like Six Gun, whose body kind of comes apart. But look over here, we have a Jetwing grapple mode, and I think this looks really nice. And, excuse me. You could see him better there. And now this has become the extension of the claw. We've given him like another little arm over here with some plates. And then, even though I know tank treads are not great for wings, I think it gives them a really, really fun look, and I'm pretty happy with this build. And again, just the versatility of Airwave in the fact that the legs just come apart, they can expand out like that, and that's really, really neat. And also you can pull the tread off in the end so you can use them for like other things. And yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that he can do. Yeah, just so much incredible engineering built into this toy. Here we have something a bit more conventional. And here's Airwave, and he's been merged with the Centurion drone. Also a little bit of asymmetry. I've been experimenting more and more with asymmetry, and, excuse me, I have to burp. Yuck, I swallowed that. And be willing to like swallow, not swallow, sorry. I swallowed the burp. I meant, well, I guess swallow the asymmetry as well and be willing to like accept it. Now, I don't think he looks that bad, If you think about like how sometimes people will have like swords or weapons or even like an archer's thing slung over, man, maybe not the archer's thing, but yeah, asymmetry is very common in nature. And you can see the asymmetry on the arm over here, the way it looks from the shoulder section going down to the forearm, and this entire bit as well. I kind of don't like this part back over here. You can see how the arm just fell off. The arm is just done really, really interestingly. Like, even though like I made it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. You can see that's the panel bit that's been lifted up, and the second arm can actually plug in underneath it to become like a super arm. The legs are done well, the colors are nice, and Airwave has some really, really chunky thighs and calves, and they make for great foundations for bots. And it worked out that the Centurion drone's arms fit like perfectly underneath, and so he has a really, really nice stable base. Over here, we have the same combo, Airwave and or Overair very specifically, and Centurion drone, but you see we've done things a little bit different. The first one, you can argue that the Centurion drone is the host, whereas this one, Airwave or Overair very specifically, is the host. The legs, obviously functionally, they work better like this, but I don't know, I kind of like the A stance a little bit, that's why I did that, but yeah, I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could have that like here if you want, if you're more of a fan of that, and he has like a ho, 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 ho. He has that action going on, and you can also pivot him at the hip a little bit too with the Centurion drone arm. That should be another video that I should make dedicated to Brunt mold, because that's another really versatile mold as well. The thighs and hips, they're great for making arms too, if you want to use them for that. And so even though they're asymmetric, there's a degree of symmetry in terms of the functionality of those pieces. We have the Star Ears-esque little pistola on the chest. And his little panel arm, actually, there's a little hinge gimmick that you can hook onto the back of the Airwave torso. And then we have the over-the-shoulder smolder holders going on over here. And so, yeah, that's pretty neat. He got his own little vibe going on. And then the face of Airwave always reminded me kind of like a Zaku as well, from like Gundam or something like that, with a single monocle eye. Makes him feel very Shockwave's Lab-esque. And here we have, this is another gimmick, utilizing the Airwave legs to become like a super cannon or a super leg or a super whatever. And in here, it's a super scope. We have perceptors like standard scope over here, and this is for the really hard to get details. And yeah, just use my imagination. He has a little extendo thing, and that's the scope. And he also has an arm with the gun. But you know, to help him with the extra, I don't know, dude. Just use your imagination however you see fit. And on the back, this is kind of like what's powering this thing, kind of. Yeah, where everything is kind of extending. I'm going to fidget with that forever. But yeah, some interesting things that again, Airwave can do. Just versatile in very different ways. Here we have a Crashbar in Airwave, and what we've done over here is Airwave has a port on the back of his head, and so you can see that the Crashbar head has been plugged in there. That's really neat. A lot of guys, most mods do not have that type of functionality, and so to be able to celebrate Airwave not only as like the core host, but also as Crashbar, so this is almost like a hybrid, whereas some of the bots, there's clearly like a host. This is fully integrated. And you can raise the torso of Airwave by using that little piece, and then we beefed it up using the saddlebags for Crashbar. And again, using the arms asymmetrically in a lot of different ways. I wonder if that could have gone over here. I guess so. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Well, let's see. I guess I could do this too, but it brings it too close to the body. Whereas this one is, the distance is fine. So yeah, no, it's better. Like I had it. So that's probably a reason why I did that. Look cool. And then we have the Airwave legs on the bottom, the Crashbar arms extending the knees, and then we have the legs over here. A lot of these builds are like, some of them are more posable than others, but many of my builds are like kind of static figurines, you know? I think of it more of like I'm painting or drawing or perhaps sculpting. I'm more interested in producing the final craft versus being interested in whether it can be animated or moved or not. And last but not least, we have Fast Track and Airwave. And yeah, this is a bit of an, I don't know if I've made this build in the past, but yeah, these guys are both from the Modulators line. The only one that they're missing over here is Ironworks, and I've made the Modulators combiner, you know, Ironworks, Airwave, Fast Track. I may have a go at it again, considering my building skills have leveled up a little bit. And yeah, baseline, again, the great thighs and calves. Then we have the Fast Track feet. And the Fast Track feet is really interesting. They have little tabs over here per the alt mode transformation, but they fit perfectly. Where they might give some other bots some trouble, they fit perfectly into the cavity under Airwave's foot. And I feel like perhaps the designers intentionally did that. And in this one, yeah, we're utilizing the Airwave torso kind of as the blasters along with his arms as well. So the host bot over here is clearly Fast Track, but still the base, the bottom over here is all Airwave. So yeah, lots of great stuff. And, you know, truth be told, Airwave was one of the, like, he's still not that easy for me to wield. And it took me a long time before, like, one day just something clicked. It's really, really strange. One day just literally something, like, clicked, and I was like, oh, this is how you play with him. Same thing for Fast Track, too, and, like, Ironworks. Like, the modulators were really kind of, like, difficult for me to, like, understand and kind of figure out, but eventually we got there. And this is a little too unwieldy, but I'll get him over here. Get them all in the shot. But yeah, one day I was able to figure it out, and I'm still growing and learning and also getting to know them better. But for now, yeah, this has been an Airwave focused, a study on Airwave, so to speak. An Airwave focused review. I should have finished what I was saying. But yeah, if you got these bits, you know, experiment with them, mess around, combine them with other bots, color pair them, and I don't know, just have a blast and have fun, okay? Be creative. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.